Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video I'm teaching you how I set my makeup base or my foundation base and also my eyebrows on a daily basis or on a regular basis. So this is the steps I normally use before I set my makeup, before I go out every day to do my makeup. I hope this video helps and you want to see me create this foundation base and my eyebrows. Stay tuned and keep watching. So to start off this foundation base which I normally use, I will obviously start out with my moisturizer first, only because my skin is extra dry today. If not, I don't normally need to use a moisturizer to do this. So as you know, the moisturizer that I always use is the DrJart Water Drop Hydrating Moisturizer. Okay, you can use all sorts of moisturizers or serums if you like. The other one I really like to use is also the Sebamed facial lotion. It's actually meant for babies, but the fact that it's meant for babies, it means it's super gentle and it's extra moisturizing as well. I used to use that, but I recently just transitioned to the DrJart hydrating moisturizer. Step we're gonna go ahead and do is prime our face. Now before we go ahead and do that, to actually minimize the pores, I do have large pores on my nose, and to minimize the effect or the look of it, I'm gonna use the NYX pore filler. Now obviously there's a lot of good ones out there like Benefit pore minimizer. Any pore minimizer will help, but today I'm using this one. Okay, and I absolutely love this too. I'm gonna start with a little bit first. I'm gonna just pat down, okay, the product. Now patting it down helps it to actually fill in those pores as opposed from, you know, swirling it around your face. Once that's done, we can go ahead and prime our base. So I have a few primer choices. Again, I have the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, but I also have my usual Laura Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. Now this too has obviously two different functions. The one I really like to use for a long-lasting finish and to obviously keep my face hydrated all day is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. I'm using this today because my skin is a bit on the dry side. I'm gonna need that for a flawless finish. So this one, on a really good day, I'll definitely use this, but not today. Priming the face. Now the next step is to obviously cover any or conceal any imperfections that we have. Obviously you can see my circles. I actually really had good sleep, so the circles is a bit less today, but they're still there, and I have a bit of redness as well. So to remove those, you're gonna go ahead with a concealer, and the ones that are really affordable that you can really get out there is the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealers. So these are the three colors I normally use. The orange, you normally use it for dark circles or dark spots. So if you see any dark pigmentations, that's when you need to use this. The green one I use for redness. So the green helps to color correct any redness. So the ones I normally use is again any acne spots, but also just in the corners of my nostrils. And the last one is the lavender color. Now the lavender is used for brightening, okay, so it brightens up certain areas in your face which requires brightening. So I normally use it on the corners of my lips, okay, and just a little bit on my forehead and under the eyes as well. This, I'm gonna go ahead with my foundation. So I have a few choices that I normally use. As you know, my favorite one is the Dior Skin Star Foundation in the shade number 11. Other than that, I also been loving this Bourjouis Paris Healthy Mix Foundation, which I'll be using today for a semi-full coverage. Sort of in the intermediate group, I like the Bourjouis Healthy Mix Foundation, so I'm going to use this. I like going in with a diffusing brush, so this is the one from Real Techniques. As you know, I used this in my previous video because it's just to replace the one I broke. So this one's really good. It helps to diffuse the products. Other than that, you can also use your beauty sponge, a beauty blender, or a normal regular foundation brush if you like. Going in with the concealer, as you can see, there's still a bit of redness there from the color correcting, so don't worry, we'll cover those with our concealer. But before we go in and do that, I like to do my brows first. Okay, so going in with the brow, I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. You see me use this a lot. This is how good that product is. This is in the shade dark brown. So before filling our brows, I always use the, I don't know what you call this, I'm going to say bristles, okay, the brush, okay, to first comb out our brows. Alright, now always go from below, always outline the lower the lower brow first before going towards the top. So to fill in the brows, you can always go in with a brush, with a powder, with the pencil itself, depending on how you like to use it. I like using the Freedom Makeup Brow Pomade. This is in the shade medium brown. Again, pomades are amazing. The Anastasia Beverly Hills one is really, really good. Okay, so alright, so I use it quite a bit now. As you can see, it's a bit dried out. Okay, now before I go in with my angled brow brush, okay, I like to heat up the pomade mixture a little bit. Okay, this is just to melt away. Okay, so you see, he's turning glossy. This is from brush&co. It's a local brush brand. I can put the link down below on where I got these brushes. There's a whole set of them. It's so good. We're gonna start from the outer corner and slowly blending it towards the middle. Okay. Now once we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead with the brow mascara, and the one I recently like to use is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is in the shade Espresso, and it's super affordable, but it does the job really well. And once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and conceal the edges. So again, don't worry about any hits or misses throughout your eyebrows. Well, you're meant to make some mistakes. Unless you're really good at doing your brows, that's fine by me. But to conceal, I'm going to use the Mermaid Contour Palette. I love this palette because it has a lot of colors in there, and it's a more affordable alternative from all the expensive cream color contours out there. So this is a local brand. Again, I'll put the link down below where I got this. So using a flat concealer brush, we're going to use this color here, which is closest to my skin tone, to blend out the edges of my brows. All clean. After concealing it, now we can go ahead and set the rest of our face. So going with the concealer, again, I have two choices that I normally use. The first is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade light. What shade is this again? Shade is this? Okay, it's in the shade light neutral, and I like using the also the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade light pale. Okay, so for more heavy coverage, I suggest using the Naked Skin Concealer. For an everyday coverage, we're gonna use this one, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. Conceal our face, you can go ahead with our contour. So the contour, you can either use a stick contour or a powder contour. The powder contour that I really like to use is the Benefit bronzer, and the stick foundation or the contour cream contour I like to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick. This is in the shade Mink. Sorry, this is the Mink stick foundation. This is mainly for contouring. So today I'm going to use the cream contour. Ooh, super gorgeous. Okay, and applying this in the contouring areas, so my nose, my forehead, my cheekbones, okay, and just a little bit under the jaw. So this is how I contour my face. Now to set the face, I'm going in with a loose setting powder. So my two favorite choices is the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent, okay, or the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder in shade Translucent as well. So for a long-lasting finish, obviously I like using the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. You can apply this using a wet sponge, which I do recommend using, or you can use a powder brush, whichever floats your boat. So we're gonna let that set in for a bit, and if you like to go in with a second contour, which I like to do actually before finishing my face or my look, I like to go in with another bronzer, a powder bronzer. I like to go in with a powder bronzer as well, just to seal in those cream contour. So I'm gonna go in with the Tarte's Provo palette, and you have this gorgeous bronzer here. This is in the shade Sculpt, and I'm using that using a contour brush and applying it in the areas that I've contoured earlier. So to clean up the powder, I'm gonna use a powder brush just to wipe off the excess powder that we've just applied on our face. And there you have it. This is the finished look. Not look, this is the finished product from setting my face. So I hope this step-to-step or how-to guide helps you guys in setting your foundation base and your eyebrow routine. It's so simple to do. I hope the steps are not too complicated. And yeah, if you have any questions about this, about what products to use, what products best to use for your skin type, or any questions whatsoever, just ask me, post questions down in the comments below. I'll reply them as best as I can. And I'm gonna list down the products that I use and where I got them, especially the local products. I'll list down where I got them. So thank you guys for watching this simple how-to foundation base eyebrow tutorial, and don't forget to press the like button, the thumbs up button if you love this video, if you want more videos just like this. Let me know, okay? So, and also if you haven't done so, follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook page, and also my YouTube page. So click that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.